Hello everyone, and welcome to the Royal Gorge Anglers video report for the 1st of April for the Arkansas River and Arkansas tailwater. We've got some great fishing ahead of us. We've experienced some incredible blue-winged olive activity thus far through the end of March, and we'll continue to see great blue-wing activity through the first few weeks of April and even into the caddis season. We expect to see our caddis season start up a bit early this year, possibly seeing caddis activity kick up in Canon City as early as April 10th and move sequentially up the river from there. So we quite possibly may see caddis activity in Bighorn Sheep Canyon by April 15th. Right now, however, at 200 CFS clear, we are focusing on our blue-winged olive activity as well as continuation of the stonefly molt, which is about run its course, and also some great caddis larva activity starting up. As far as rigging goes, we suggest to focus on a double to triple nymph rig in the morning, starting with stonefly of light coloration, dropping a caddis larva, and then also dropping a blue-winged olive nymph or blue-winged olive emerger. Then making a concerted switch to a little bit more mid-water column rig as we move through the morning to about late morning, at which time we've seen many hatches come off around the 11 to noon time period. At that point in time, we suggest that mid-water column to surface film rig focusing on the blue-winged olive emergers. We have seen a lot of fish what we call pin the surface, which means they come up, you see that their nose hit the surface, but not 100% of their mouth hits the surface. They are taking emergers. So really focus on your emergers early on during the hatches. If you do see adults floating down as well as fish actively feeding on those adults and completely breaking the surface and taking those adults, then make a switch to your adult blue-winged olive. From about the noon time period on throughout the day, just be aware that there could be great adult activity, great emerger activity, and it could require you to continue nymphing. It just really depends on where you're at and the time of the certain day as far as conditions, water temp, air temp, and overcast go on that front. So a few flies to look at, starting with our stoneflies. I have really been doing extremely well with John Barr's tungstone in the gold coloration early on in the day. Of course, Larry Kingery's rubber leg stone, the micro stone, his dark and gold larger rubber leg stones early on are great. Then later in the day, from about 11 on, I've been doing well on 20 inchers. And Larry Kingery ties our 20 inchers here at the shop. They're a little bit different coloration specific to the Arkansas, but a size 8 to 12 20-incher tungsten heavy is the way to go. As far as our droppers go, for caddis larva, I really, for our second fly, I really like the splat roller, which is an excellent caddis larva representation, tungsten bead, epoxy thorax, chartreuse green body, really excellent representation for your caddis larva. Another standby pattern, as always, the metallic caddis larva, excellent caddis larva representation as well. The metallic caddis larva is Larry Kingree's pattern. Another great caddis attractor, Juan Ramirez's Royal Gorgeous, which is tied with the black tungsten bead, and excellent, heavy, good representation for that middle attractor caddis larva pattern on your either double or triple nymph rig. As far as our droppers go, and one more fly to really think about also, which is kind of a bread and butter pattern for this river year-round, is the chartreuse copperjohn. Chartreuse copperjohn is just a killer fly year-round on this river and very productive right now. As far as our dropper emergers, as well as your blue-winged olive nymphs go on the blue-winged olive front, my number one fly right now is a Juju Baetis purple. Our Baetis are very dark right now, but they are very mature, so size 18 to 20. Another great representation that's been one of my go-to flies is the WD-50. Great pattern, great representation, both in the tungsten bead version and the non-beaded version. And then another excellent representation, one of Larry Kingree's patterns, the Iceberg Baetis, which is an excellent subsurface film pattern when those trout are really focusing on emergers busting the surface. Then as far as our dries go with blue-winged olives, I really suggest really to focus on profile, to go real slim on the profile. Don't have to go really small on the hook size. Size 18 and 20 mostly, but really narrow profile, something you can see, etc. My go-to fly right now is Quigley's Film Critic, kind of that flag rendition tied on a scud hook. Excellent fly that kind of is that dry emerger. Also, really like a sparkle dun in a size 18 to 20. The sparkle dun is, a comparadun with a sparkle tail. Excellent, excellent representation for your blue-winged olives in a size 18 to 20. And finally, and definitely not last but not least, is Larry Kingree's High-Vis Parachute Adams with a foam body. He ties this specially for our fly shop. Nice gray, small profile body made of foam, high-vis post, very easy to see, excellent pattern. So those are some patterns to focus on. I also like to throw a streamer around this time of year. I really like tan, and I really like the Near Enough Sculpin in tan. Excellent representation of a brown trout, and fish are slamming streamers already, which is awesome. As far as the tailwater goes, has been bumped down again. With inflow from the hatchery, we're looking at around 80 to 90 CFS at any given time. Fish are still actively spawning on the tailwater, but kind of go with your standard nymph setup, attractor in front, San Juan worm, egg pattern, etc., dropping a blue-winged olive emerger. I've been successful with non-beadhead versions of those blue-winged olive emergers, size 18 to 20, and still a few midges kicking around, but fish have seemed to make that change as well. Do keep in mind we do have some availability for guided days on the Arkansas River. Our trips start at $350 a day for one angler and move up from there. We have some excellent private water opportunities with a few days left for the caddis hatch, so if if you're coming down from the caddis hatch and really want to learn how to focus on that hatch and learn how to fish that hatch on the Arkansas, take advantage of one of our Orbis Endorse guides. Most of our guides have been with us for over 15 years, many close to 25 years. So as the oldest outfitter on the river, we would be happy to take you out and show you the ropes. If you do have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email, info@royalgorgeanglers.com, or call us toll-free at 888-994-6743. Have a great day on the water, and we hope to see you in the fly shop soon.